going live?
Yes, we're ready.
We're streaming live. Well, welcome back to A Day of Light and Love. And this event has been pretty amazing. It's been a wonderful, wonderful blend of contributions and messages that have definitely elevated me. And I've gotten so many comments already from people that have reached out to say how much the event has impacted them. And as we head into I guess we're kind of heading into our afternoon sequence here. We have Jennifer Lee with us, and we're going to talk with her on prosperity as health. And I believe we're fortunate that she is going to actually lead us through a prosperity light sequence at the end of her segment. So with that, I have to say, Jennifer Lee, you are probably the age of my granddaughters, and you are, and to be as studied, you're such a student, and the intuition and the gifts that I see you like constantly not just display but advance and multiply. I feel like there's this exponential light show that is happening, and it has your avatar. So Jennifer Lee, so maybe you could introduce yourself and let people know just a little bit about you before we start to talk about prosperity as health.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Jeanne, for the intro. I'm super honored to be here. I'm so thankful that you're having the Day of Love and Light this year and having me here. So a little bit about myself. I started with my spiritual awakening at around 19 years old, and I knew nothing about fitness or working out the body. I was just focused on meditation and doing the mind work, and I totally didn't really see my body as anything to improve upon. But then about 8 years, or not 8 years, about when I was, so that happened when I was 19, and when I was about 23, 24 years old, I was meditating. I was meditating like every single day, like multiple hours, multiple times of the day. I was obsessed with meditation. Then one day I was meditating and I got this insight and revelation, and that I required to work on my body. I was like, okay, really? I did not expect that. I thought I was just going to meditate my way into ascension, and totally just forget about the physical. So I started working out, and I found this program from one of my past mentors. Her name is Ashiana Dean, and she introduced me to this, they call it like spiritual fitness, that helps you to integrate your all this energetic advancement into your physical body. So I started to work out, and I realized that the physical body is the vessel and the translator of the spiritual, that you require both sides, not just both, but all levels, so that you're not just stuck with all this spiritual wisdom, but not really working on your physical body to allow it to hold the capacity that your potential is. So I know that's a little bit longer than about myself, but that's like kind of like the origins. And from there, I started going more into not just weight training, but going into which nutrition I was into, but then to pair nutrition with spiritual and physical and quantum healing as well, like energetic healing, as well as I'm also a massage therapist. So I'm a licensed massage therapist. I'm a quantum healer. I'm studying nutrition. I'm a fitness trainer. I'm a transcendental rebirthing facilitator. What else? I don't remember. There's so many. But I'm putting it all together into fitness as an anchor for how you can embody more of your light. So and prosperity, because prosperity is also prosperity as health, as the title of this is that, you know, what is really is prosperity is starts with the physical body, that you can use that as the foundation to bring in more like vectors of who you are. Like imagine yourself as a bubble, and each ray of light is shining on each bubble, and your bubble is 3D and 360. So how many rays is that? Like how many vectors and sectors of your field that you want to expand into and shine your light out, and your physical body is part of that bubble. So we want to totally integrate it as one, and it's not separate, which a lot of different like the world right now, you can see there are fitness trainers that work very strongly on the physical body, which they do incorporate a lot of some of the diet and the nutrition to help you to anchor the physical, like, but they're primarily focused on physical. Some of them they will work on the mental, but if you don't have the mental mastery with the physical and the emotional mastery and the heart mastery and the eyes to see all of that, then you're not really integrating the prosperous you that you are. You are all of that.
Yeah, so health, it becomes this very like 5-dimensional, 8-dimensional, 12-dimensional. I don't even know how many dimensions, an infinite amount of dimensional vectors and activity. And I know that working with you, you opened the door to that for me. I can attest to that. Well, you did, and you did. You literally opened the door. You changed my narrative of what, you know, because it was quick too, and it was through one of your light sequences that you incorporate in your fitness programs. You know, it is holistic fitness, and
yes,
and I particularly, I think I connected with that, and because of that, so many things have changed for me and continue. Like they continue to, you know, evolve, and doors open. You know, I teach on relationships having the capacity to be more than a cabin, to be a mansion. And that metaphor fits right here with health, you know, where we're taught this almost cabin blueprint, and we go to the gym and we, you know, we do all that. We go through the motions of mastering this little floor plan, when actually if we just walk through and open a door, there's a corridor that leads to this more doors and more room. And that's what I get from you when you talk, and that's what you've brought me.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Jeanne, I love your metaphor. And right now we're not just expanding our floor plan, we're building our own mansion with this. We're building it the way that however we can imagine, and there's no limit to that. So I'm not sure if your viewers know, but yeah, Dr. Jeanne was one of my students for one of my, or several of my fitness programs and quantum healing, and she's done amazing. She has improved so much, and I can see from the way she moves now, how much light, her shoulders, her posture, all of that. And it's such a joy to witness.
Yes, if I was closer to you, I'm sure just from the association, the power of that.
I can feel that from here. It's expanding so much.
Yes, it is. I want to bring this to our viewers. I want to bring it to their perspective. You know, a lot of times, this time of the year is a reminder of what's not there, or what is no longer there. People go through the dissolution of relationships, the dissolving, or loss of a spouse, a parent, a child, you know, a physical separation through death. Those kind of things come up during the season. And also health starts to become a really dominant theme. But I think for me, and for a long time, I needed something that was more multidimensional. from
Yes.
the, you know, from all of the articles and all of the programs of just like addressing the body, addressing, it can even be mindset, you know, journaling around. But again, it's not involving, like, this is a day of light and love. And I wanted you to come in here because your light sequences have been potent in my life. There are people that are on here who those light sequences will activate. They will activate them, whether they're on a journey where they feel like they need to lose weight. Health
Mhm.
and fitness is not just about losing weight. It is about
Right.
in the integration, right, of the physical, the spiritual, producing more light in your life. And we're looking at 2021, and so for many people, they're looking at the future, maybe the only time of the year that they do it, or maybe they do it on their birthday too, you know, sometimes that those are markers. So this is a really
Mhm.
potent time. What would you say to someone who, I mean, how can just the integration of spirit and the body, the physical and the spiritual, how does that just transform a life in general, even if you're not necessarily targeting it for fitness reasons, targeting it?
Well, well, I love that question. So to start out with what you mentioned about health is not just losing weight. It's really about kind of reigniting the flow inside you, because
Mm,
weight weight, like if you look at it this way, is just an accumulation of something that's not flowing. So
right.
we're integrating on a deeper level, which, well, let's say if you know the chakras and your aura, there's 7 chakras. So if you're starting from here, you have your awakening, and then you're working, let's say if you're going direction downwards, so 7, 6, 5, 4, you integrate your heart, you integrate your power center, your emotions, and your physical body. So once we get to the physical body, you want everything to flow in a circle, like in a circular motion. And with including health and fitness and all of that, we're basically aligning our physical movements with our energetic mastery, so that we can kind of click it together, so it all works together and it's not divided. It's not in like separation, like one is operating higher than another, like one is spinning
Yes.
faster than the other, where, like, let's say if your body is flowing slower than your mind is getting the revelations. We want to match it together so that it can work in
Mm,
synchronization. Yes, and that's pretty much my aim and my goal, and the results that you'll get when you go through my program, which I see that you have gotten it. And the more that you go through it, the more that you can feel it in your physical body, the energetic expansion. So we're working to expand your physical, literally at the cellular level of your physical cells, to hold the energetic imprint of the whole capacity of who you are. So it's like, it's so large and your cells are like down here. So we're like, instead of it like an upside down triangle, you're making it like a pillar. So it's
oh,
this way.
I love that. So
Yes.
for someone who's this is a new conversation, and what are some steps that you could offer them, some practical steps that they could take to move in the direction of establishing that pillar?
So to start, like, the first thing you can do that's super effective is just start with very little. Like, start walking 1 minute, like literally 1 minute, or even 30 seconds. But every day, 30 seconds, do something that you, if you have time for a walk outside, that's even better. And if you say you don't have time, I invite you to rethink that thought,
Mm,
and let's say if you say, I don't have time because I got to make a call, or I got to read this book, or I got to make a meeting. Well, do that while you're on your walk. You know, while you're on your walk, you're free. The only thing, you're literally free from your hips upward. and your legs are moving. Your legs are going to do its thing. Just let it do its thing. But everything else, you're free. Your hands are free to make the call. Your hands are free to use your phone. If you're making a post, do that while you're walking. Write your post, write your blog, write in your journal. Listen to your music if you want to listen to your music. If you like to sing, I like to do that when I'm driving. But you can do that when you're walking too. You can hum. Whatever is on your schedule, you can talk to someone on your schedule. All of that is available. So start there and start little. You don't want to, let's say it's your first day or your first week. You don't want to go all in on the first day or first week, because what that does is you might get super sore if you go to like really hard at the gym 3 hours and you just went all in. The next day you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to move. We don't we don't want to have that kind of effect. We want to start little, like, I can do more, but I'm gonna do 1 minute and establish that habit and consistency, because the main thing is like usually some people have a negative association, like, oh, I gotta run, or I'm jogging on this treadmill, I don't feel tired, or I can't go anymore, and I have 5 minutes left. We want to reprogram your body slowly, because the physical world manifests the slowest because it's the densest. So we want to be the most gentle with acknowledging the speed at which it manifests. So we want to align. That's another alignment. Aligning our thoughts, we can think it very quickly, but to align our physical body to how we think and what we want it to look like, for example, appear or be healthily, we want to bring our mind to be patient and understand its timing process. So we start that, we can walk a little bit, and because it takes time to reprogram our physical body to feel good, to get that runner's high or the jogger's high, then little by little we'll start getting there. But first, when we have those negative thoughts, that's your body clearing it out. You're clearing it out, the part that's been not flowing. So like for our blood vessels, for example, it's starting to flow, but the first thing that's got to remove is, they call it the toxins. So in physical translation of the energetic negativity being cleared out is the lymphatic system. So our lymphatic system being cleared out, and once the toxins are released out from the movement, you're going to feel that. It's like the detox effect. You're going to feel that. And then once it clears, then you'll be able to eat, like eat and receive the energy. First you fast, for example, like first you fast, then you eat. You can't fast and eat at the same time. Right. There's a cycle, like day and night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that is really awesome. We are, what does the vision that the person holds, how does that play into the steps that you're taking there, you're telling them to take? Do they need to start with a picture or an idea of
just their intention of health, their intention? So when you have an intention, you may not necessarily have an image yet. Before the image, before that is the intention. So first have the intention, and as you focus on your intention and you work towards you're implementing your intention, then you start seeing it more and more clearly. The more you work on it, then you find out what is it that you really want. Is it you just want to look better, or do you want to have better nutrition, or you'll start to see the bigger picture.
That's awesome. Yes, and that is those intentions are like seeds planted today.
Yes.
For your tomorrow or for your future.
Yes.
Yes. Very nice. Well, are you ready to lead us?
Yes. So
I may have to. Oh no.
Let's see. I can share my screen, right? So I want to share. This is one of the codes. It's called a Code of Awe, created by my mentor and friend Yvonne Delafleur. Let me see if I can share this. And I use these as light tools for my quantum healing and meditation. This one is called the Brilliant Future of the Supreme Self. And I'll use this to guide everyone. So go ahead and make sure you're sitting with your spine straight and your feet to the ground. The reason why I want to have our feet to the ground is because it helps to anchor and align our posture and energetic posture. So back straight and be as relaxed as possible and try to have no distractions. And what we're going to do is you're going to gaze at the center of this code in the golden sun area and take 3 slow and deep breaths to slow down your inner rhythm. Once you've done that, go ahead and do a sharp inhale to bring this image of this code, the whole code, into the center of your brain, right here in your third eye. So go ahead and take an inhale. And once it reaches the center of your brain, you're going to do a gentle exhale to release the image there. And you can go ahead and close your eyes and feel this code expand all around, kind of like a helmet around your head. And it's shining out the encryption of this code, which will represent the future self and your highest potential that you intend to embody, the prosperity of your health. And as it starts bubbling up and circulating around your head, start to feel kind of like a thin, gentle, like a translucent blue-gray gel-like quality filling in this bubble around your head, and it'll start feeling very calming and pleasurable and relaxing. And as it expands, it integrates and synchronizes with your breath. So every exhale, it's going to get larger inside the bubble helmet until it fills this bubble helmet. And it's like a cooling, calming gel. You can open your eyes or you can keep your eyes closed if you like, whatever feels comfortable for you. So on the next inhale, you're going to use the inhale breath to hold this bubble gel with the code, this code inside a thin sheet of this bubble gel that's popped into a 3D. And you're gonna exhale to move it down into your clavicle right here, which is at your, they call it at your thymus or the 8th chakra. So you're gonna move it on the exhale. So inhale, so hold it. Exhale, move it down where the center point of this golden sun in this bubble is at your clavicle. You're going to release the exhale and you're going to breathe gently for a few moments. Now this bubble is, because it's like a gel-like water gel-like quality, it's activating different centers of your body, and we're going to activate something called the water molecule in your thymus, which, because water is is the basis of our cellular structure. It is like the blueprint for our body. It's mostly over 70% water of our body. So water holds a lot of energy and frequency, and we're going to activate the higher energetic self of our physical cells with our water. So go ahead and you're going to take a very sharp inhale to contract this bubble that's about this size here. You're going to contract it into your clavicle right here at the center. So it's going to sound like this. And you're going to hold on the inhale right here as long as you can, and then you're going to do a gentle exhale to set it inside. So we compress it into a tiny little bubble, or a little, like a seed atom nodule here. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a strong, sharp exhale from this seed that we have compressed the bubble and the code here. And we're going to exit out to all around our body into a bubble vehicle around our body. So let's go ahead and do that. Take a deep inhale and sharp exhale. Expand it out into the bubble. And I want you to feel that this bubble, water bubble, has suddenly expanded all around you, and the quality of this water gel has suddenly became a pale silver blue vapor with little golden sparkles inside. And it's like a vapor cloud all around your bubble, and it's just shifting and moving however way it likes. It's a cloud vapor, and it's assisting you to feel that your physical, spiritual, energetic, emotional, mental, all levels are being cleansed and activating the flow in your field. Next, we're going to do, well, go ahead and take a few breaths to feel that. And feel that in your feet, like under your feet, between your fingers, between your toes, in your back, especially your back of your neck, upper back, back of your head here. They call it the fontanelle, which is the area of your skull where it's sealed when you were younger, but we're gonna help to open that a little bit. We're gonna feel it, loosen it up. Imagine like a little mini earthquake vibration that these cloud vapors bring to you. Feel it on the surface of your skin, on your thighs, on your arms, here in the front of your neck. It's like a slippery water vapor feeling, cooling. Also behind your legs, lower back, lower your belly, your heart, your throat. Now the next step is, since we expanded there, we have a copy of this water seed that we have left here at our clavicle. And we're gonna take one inhale, and we're gonna hold on the inhale. So we're gonna inhale, hold on the inhale with our attention here, hold a little bit. And on the exhale, we're gonna exhale this water vapor only to the vicinity of our physical body. And we're gonna imagine this cell making a copy, water seed, into every cell of our body. So go ahead and exhale. And every cell in your body has a copy of this code in its cell. So you're having your back straight, and it's kind of like your cells opened its eyes. Each of your cells opened its eyes, and it popped open its eyes. And you're gonna take a few gentle breaths, and you're gonna feel an inner breeze between your cells. You're going to feel an inner breeze between all of your cells. As you do an inhale and exhale, there's a wave of this breeze that's expanding the density of your physical body and the compaction of your cells next to each other. It's going to expand it and give it room between itself. And go ahead and feel this inner breeze where every inhale you're going to feel this flow between your cells, and feel it in your head. Feel it around your ears, your neck, your shoulders, your hips. Feel it loosening up. And as your cells awaken to this code that has activated in each of its cells, you're going to feel now that this inner breeze that's been flowing between your cells on the inhale, you're going to feel your cells breathe in the inner breeze between the cells, and on the exhale, releasing what does not belong there, or what is not needed, or what has been heavy that you have unknowingly carried with you in your body and energetically. So we release the energetic weight that has caused your cells to function less than its highest capacity. You might feel like the first few times I did this, it was funny, like my hip was like, I'm the hip. Like it woke up, it's like, I'm the hip. Like your body will wake up and talk to you. It'll talk to you and you're like, whoa, this is my hip. Like I am the hip is me. Like funny things will happen. The more you do this, the more you'll get more connected to your body, and your body will talk to you. You'll start feeling the foods that it wants to eat, and being repelled to the foods that are not good for you. So we're strengthening the connection between your physical cells, your physical body, and your mind and your decision making. All will integrate. So from this point, you can continue to breathe in this water, this pale blue, pale aqua with golden sparkle vapor all around you, originating from here. When you want to go back to it, take an inhale into your clavicle here, hold it, exhale out the bubble. Just imagine this code and exhale it out around you, and you can access this anytime. So you can continue to do that, or you can go about your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this activates more prosperity in your body, so you can access the prosperity of health, open the gates of your cells to receive the energetic healing, the energetic nutrition, where your physical body will then align to receive the physical nutrition and build the foundation from there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Jennifer.